I want you to think about the earrings you put on this morning. Not the ones in your jewelry box. The ones on your ears right now. Or the ones you reached for without thinking. Because there is a very good chance that one of the 5 pairs I am about to show you is quietly doing something to your face that your mirror is not warning you about. Something that no amount of good skincare, good lighting, or good makeup can fix. Because the problem is hanging right there on your ears. And the earring that surprises women most is not the obvious one. It is not the chandelier. It is not the giant hoop. It is the one that looks responsible. The one that feels like the safe choice. We are starting there. Before I get into it, if you found this video, you are exactly who this channel was built for. Crowned in Elegance exists for women who are done taking style advice from people who have never lived in a 60-year-old woman's skin. Every week we go this deep. Real information. Real reasons. No trends, no rules, no act your age. If that is your kind of channel, subscribe now, and you will never miss a conversation like this one. And while you are thinking about it, drop a comment right now and tell me, which earring do you wear the most? Your everyday go-to. I read every single one, and your answer is going to make a lot more sense by the end of this video. Here is what we are doing today. 5 earrings that are working against your face after 60, and 5 specific replacements that do the opposite. But I am also giving you 3 things at the end of this video that I have never seen another style channel cover in this space. The first one explains why the same earring can look stunning on your friend and aging on you, even if you are wearing the exact same pair. That answer has nothing to do with the earring itself, and once you know it, you will never shop for jewelry the same way again. Stay all the way through. Let us go. Mistake number 1, the tiny stud that disappears. I am starting here because this is the one nobody expects. And because if I had $1 for every woman who told me her tiny diamond studs were her safest, most elegant choice, I could buy a very nice pair of pearl drops. Here is the truth about tiny studs after 60, and it comes down to one word: proportion. When we were younger, sharper jawline, tighter cheekbones, more defined features, a tiny earring created balance. The face was angular and compact, and a small earring matched that scale. But here is what happens as we move through our 60s. Our faces do something completely natural and actually beautiful. They soften. The jaw relaxes slightly, the cheeks broaden gently, the overall proportions of the face become fuller, more generous, more settled. And a tiny earring, the same earring that once felt perfectly balanced, now gets completely lost against that softness. The face looks bare, unfinished. Like something is missing, but you cannot name what. I know a woman named Carol, elegant, meticulous, always put together beautifully. She had worn the same tiny diamond studs every single day for 11 years. Classic, tasteful, completely her. One afternoon, I handed her a pair of medium pearl drops, just for fun, just to see. She put them on, looked in the mirror, and went completely quiet. Then she said something I think about every time I film a video like this one. She said, "I look like I have cheekbones again." And she laughed. But she also meant every word. That single change in scale had lifted her entire face. Her eyes looked brighter. Her skin read warmer. Her whole presence shifted. It was one of the smallest adjustments I have ever seen produce one of the largest results. The replacement is not an oversized earring. We will get to exactly why that backfires in a moment. It is a medium-scale piece with enough presence to frame your face and direct the eye upward. A pearl button earring in a comfortable size, a soft teardrop in warm gold, a medium oval hoop, a slightly larger gemstone in a clean, simple setting. Nothing that shouts, everything that frames. And this matters. Choosing a more visible earring has nothing to do with trying to look younger. It is about dressing in alignment with the face you actually have right now. The face full of character, experience, and a kind of quiet authority that no 20-year-old can replicate. That woman deserves earrings that match her. Not earrings left over from a version of herself she has long since grown into something better than. Now, you might be thinking, if tiny studs disappear, does that mean bigger is better? The answer is absolutely not. And mistake number 2 is exactly why. Mistake number 2, oversized statement earrings. There is a difference between making a statement and making noise. After 60, we want the former. What oversized earrings actually do is something most women never realize until they see a photograph. Here is the visual mechanic. When a piece of jewelry is very large, pieces that brush the collarbone, wide geometric circles that span from ear to jaw, anything that commands the room from across it, the human eye goes to the largest object near the face first. Not to your eyes, not to your smile, not to the presence you have spent 60+ years building, to the earrings. Every single time. I want you to think about the last time you saw a woman and the first thing you noticed was her jewelry. Did you think, how elegant? Or did you think, those are a lot? Our faces at this stage of life carry something a younger face simply cannot. Depth, character, the kind of magnetic presence that makes people want to know you. An oversized earring does not frame that presence. It competes with it. And the earring always wins, because it is the louder object. Here is what works instead, and I want you to remember this phrase, the quiet statement. A piece with personality, real shape, real texture, real visual interest, but scaled to stay in conversation with your face, rather than shouting over it. Think of a medium hoop with a hammered or twisted finish that catches light differently as you move. A cluster of small gemstones set in an organic, interesting shape. A teardrop with a single bold-colored stone. These are the pieces people notice and then look past, straight at you. That is the goal. The earring is the doorway. Your face is what they actually walk through. And here is the specific trick that changes everything for women who love drama near the face. Deliver it through color, not size. A rich amber stone, deep burgundy, warm coral. Color draws the eye without stealing the scene. Size overwhelms. Color invites. That distinction alone is worth the price of this entire video. Hold that idea, because mistake number 3 is where most women lose the most ground without realizing it. It does not look like a mistake at all. Mistake number 3, worn and tarnished metals. Open your jewelry box tonight. Actually do this. Pick up every pair of earrings you own and hold them up near a window in natural daylight. Not a lamp, actual daylight. What you are looking for is this. Does the metal have a clean, warm, even finish? Or has it gone flat? Slightly brassy? A little greenish? Dull in a way that makes it look tired before it ever touches your face? Because here is what most women do not know about worn and tarnished metals. They do not just look cheap sitting in a drawer. They actively change how your complexion reads the moment you put them on. When metal loses its finish, it stops reflecting light cleanly. Instead of bouncing warmth back onto your face the way a quality earring should, a tarnished finish scatters light in uneven, unflattering directions. The result is that your skin reads as duller, more fatigued, and less alive than it actually is. And since everything we are trying to do at this point is bring warmth and radiance forward, because that is what genuinely flatters a mature face, an earring that actively steals light is doing the exact opposite of what we need. I know why we hold on to them. A gift. An impulse buy we got years of use from. A pair that still carries a memory we are not ready to let go of completely. I understand all of that. But understanding it does not change what they are doing to your face every morning you wear them. There is also a comfort issue worth naming. As we age, the skin around our ears becomes more sensitive and reactive. Low-quality or deteriorating metals are a common source of redness, irritation, and soreness that has nothing to do with style, and everything to do with the material touching your skin for hours at a time. The upgrade does not have to be expensive. It has to be intentional. Sterling silver, solid gold, or gold vermeil, high-quality stainless steel with a clean finish. Rose gold deserves special mention. Its warm, peachy undertone plays beautifully against both warm and cool complexions, making it one of the most universally flattering metals for mature skin tones. Here is your test. Tonight, near a window, gold in one hand, silver in the other. Hold each one close to your face and watch what happens. One will make your skin look warmer and more alive. One may wash you out. Whichever one lights you up, that is your metal. Build your entire jewelry collection around it, and everything will start working together instead of against each other. Now, tarnished metals drain your warmth. But there is a color mistake that does something almost identical, and it is one of the most surprising things I am going to tell you today. If you are learning something new with every single mistake, and I hope you are, This channel has a lot more where this came from. Subscribing takes 2 seconds, and it means every week, a conversation like this one finds its way to you without you having to go looking for it. Now, mistake number 4. Mistake number 4. Bright plastic and synthetic color earrings. I want to start this one with a question. Have you ever seen a woman who was dressed beautifully from head to toe? The outfit, the hair, the posture, and yet something was slightly off, and you could not immediately identify what. 9 times out of 10, when I trace that feeling, it comes back to one thing. The color or material of her earrings was fighting her face instead of flowing with it. Here is the science behind it, and nobody talks about this directly. As we move through our 60s, our natural coloring goes through a real shift. Our hair lightens, our skin tone becomes more refined and gentle. Our features develop a softness that is genuinely beautiful. It is not a loss, it is an evolution. But that evolution means the colors and materials that once sat harmoniously next to our face in our 40s can suddenly create contrast that does not flatter. It clashes, and the earring wins the visual competition every single time because it is the brighter object. Bright plastic hoops in neon or electric colors, large acrylic pieces in saturated synthetic tones. These were fun at 40. At 60, placed next to softened hair and a refined complexion, they create a visual jolt. The eye jumps to the earring and away from your face. And when that happens, everything you have spent energy on, the outfit, the makeup, the elegance of your whole look, gets overridden in a split second. The move is not to give up color. I want to be very specific about that. Color is alive. Color is one of the most powerful tools we have as women who dress with intention. The move is to let your color mature alongside you. Swap bright turquoise for muted aquamarine. Swap electric pink for warm dusty rose. Swap cobalt blue for a soft chalky navy or slate. And instead of synthetic acrylic, reach for natural stones. Mother of pearl, rose quartz, amber, soft jade, warm coral. These materials have a depth and warmth that plastic cannot replicate. They glow rather than announce. They complement your face rather than compete with it. The energy of the woman who loves color does not disappear. It simply becomes more refined, more intentional, more powerful, actually, because now the color enhances what you already are, rather than distracting from it. Do not go anywhere yet. Mistake number 5, the heavy dangling earring, is the one with the most surprising science behind it. Most women assume weight is the obvious problem, but what is actually happening to your face when you wear them goes much deeper than the earlobe, and once I explain the visual mechanism, you will see it in photographs instantly. And right after that, the 3 bonus sections, including the one that explains why your friend can wear the exact same earring and look radiant while it ages you. The answer is specific, it is actionable, and it is coming up in about 3 minutes. Mistake number 5, heavy dangling earrings. Let me tell you about a visual phenomenon called gravitational gaze direction, and it is the reason heavy earrings age the face in a way most women never fully understand. When the human eye encounters a face, it moves instinctively toward areas of contrast, movement, or weight. A heavy earring hanging below the jaw creates a visual anchor, a point of significant weight at the very bottom of the frame. And the eye, finding that anchor, travels down to it, down past your cheekbones, down past your eyes, down past every feature that carries your warmth, your story, and your beauty. The viewer ends up at your jaw and your neck, the 2 areas most affected by natural changes after 60, rather than at the features that genuinely distinguish you. And here is what makes it worse. The earlobes themselves change as we age. Collagen and elasticity slowly decrease throughout the body, and the earlobes are not immune. The tissue softens. The piercing may have stretched slightly over decades of wear. And when you hang a heavy earring from that softened, stretched tissue, 2 things happen. First, the lobe visually elongates. It droops, and the earring sits lower than it was designed to. Second, the weight creates a pulling effect on the surrounding skin that subtly drags the lower face with it. The jawline looks less defined. The area beneath the ear looks more pulled. The whole lower half of the face looks like it is being asked to hold up weight it was not designed to carry. This is not about shame. This is simply gravity meeting changed biology. And knowing it means you can choose differently. My dear friend Patricia wore her favorite long gold chandelier earrings to her daughter's rehearsal dinner. She felt magnificent. She told me she had not felt that beautiful and proud in years. But when the photographer sent the photos 3 days later, she called me, confused and a little hurt. She said, "Why do I look so tired?" I was not tired. I was the happiest I had been in months. I asked her to send me one of the photos. The earrings were beautiful. And they had been pulling her entire lower face down all evening in every single frame. The camera had caught what the mirror and the candlelight had hidden. What do we wear instead? Lightweight drops, medium hoops in fine gold or sterling silver, a single pearl teardrop on a delicate post, a small gemstone on a thin chain. These options do something structurally different. They move gently, they catch light from above rather than pulling the eye down, and they draw attention upward, to your cheekbones, to your eyes, to the features that carry your expression and your warmth. That upward direction is not an accident. It is the entire strategy. Weight pulls, lightness lifts. Those two words are the foundation of every earring decision you will make from here forward. Now, the 3 things nobody else in this space is telling you. Bonus number 1. Why the same earring looks different on you than on your friend. This is the question I get more than any other in my comments, and the answer lives in something called face shape, but not the vague, general face shape advice you have probably heard before. This is specifically about how face shape changes with age and how to use it. As we move through our 60s, our face shape subtly shifts from what it was at 30 or 40. Bone structure becomes slightly more defined in certain areas, while soft tissue redistributes in others. What this means practically is that the earring shape that was most flattering at 40 may no longer be your most flattering shape today. If your face is round, fuller cheeks, a softer jawline, reach for elongated drops or slim oval hoops. These create vertical length that balances and lifts, giving the face a more sculpted appearance without any effort. If your face is square, strong jaw, angular structure, softness is your ally. Rounded hoops, pearl drops, earrings with curved or organic shapes soften the angles and bring warmth to features that can otherwise read as severe. If your face is heart-shaped, wider at the forehead, narrowing toward the chin, look for styles that are slightly wider or fuller at the bottom. A gentle drop that flares outward, or a small cluster style, creates visual balance at the lower face. If your face is oval, the most proportionally balanced shape, you have the most flexibility of anyone. Medium hoops, pearl drops, geometric studs in a comfortable scale all work beautifully. Your only guardrails are the 2 extremes. Nothing so small it disappears, nothing so large it competes. Your friend wears the same earring and it looks completely different on her face. This is why. Her proportions, her face shape, her bone structure direct the eye differently. Now you know how to choose for yours specifically. Bonus number 2. The skin undertone secret that changes how you shop forever. Most women choose earring metals by habit or by what is in style. But the real question is not what is fashionable, it is what makes your specific skin tone look luminous. The answer lives in your undertone, and finding yours takes 30 seconds. Look at the veins on the inside of your wrist in natural daylight. If they appear blue or purple, your undertone is cool, and silver, white gold, and platinum are your most flattering metals. They will make your skin look clear and refined rather than washed out. If those veins appear green or olive, your undertone is warm, and yellow gold, rose gold, and warm copper-toned metals will make your complexion look genuinely luminous. If you see both, your undertone is neutral, and you have the most flexibility. Most metals will work beautifully on you. The same principle extends directly to colored stones. Cool undertones glow next to sapphire, aquamarine, amethyst, and soft rose pink. Warm undertones come alive next to amber, coral, citrine, and warm jade. This one discovery, your undertone, eliminates guesswork from every single jewelry purchase for the rest of your life. You stop buying what looks beautiful in the case and start buying what looks beautiful on you. Bonus number 3, the earlobe care tip that no style channel ever covers. After 60, our earlobes deserve specific care that most of us were never taught to give them, and neglecting this quietly makes every earring look worse than it should. The earlobe tissue changes over time. It thins slightly. The piercing may stretch imperceptibly from decades of wear and the pull of gravity. The skin becomes drier and more reactive to certain metals. These are not catastrophic changes, but they are real, and addressing them takes almost no effort. First, always choose hypoallergenic metals for everyday wear: sterling silver, surgical steel, solid gold, or titanium. Cheaper metals cause low-grade inflammation over time, and that inflammation accelerates the very stretching and thinning we are trying to prevent. Second, and this one surprises almost everyone, there are small silicone earring supports, sometimes called lobe lifters or earring backs, that sit invisibly behind the ear and redistribute the weight of any earring so it hangs straight and does not pull downward. They cost almost nothing. They are completely invisible, and they make a genuinely meaningful difference in how an earring sits on the lobe, especially for anyone whose piercing has shifted slightly over the years. Third, a small amount of fragrance-free moisturizer applied to your earlobes a few times a week maintains the suppleness of the skin. Hydrated earlobe tissue holds an earring better, shows less pulling, and keeps the piercing looking clean and fresh. Nobody tells women over 60 to moisturize their earlobes. I am telling you now. Small changes, real results. That has always been the philosophy here. Let me bring this all together, not as a list to memorize, but as a shift in how you think. The 5 earrings we talked about today are not bad because they are ugly. They are working against you because of a mismatch between how the earring behaves and what your face actually needs right now. Heavy dangles that direct the eye downward when you need it lifted. Oversized pieces that compete with your presence when they should frame it. Tarnished metals that steal warmth from a complexion that needs all the warmth it can get. Bright synthetic colors that clash with natural softness that has genuinely earned its elegance. And tiny studs that disappear against a face that has grown into a fuller, richer scale. Every single one of those has a replacement that does the opposite. And now you also know your face shape, your undertone, and how to care for the skin that holds every earring you will ever wear. Here is the thing I want you to carry out of this video. The women who dress most beautifully at 60, 65, 70, and beyond are not the ones chasing trends. They are not the ones following rules set by people who have never lived in a mature woman's body. They are the women who know themselves. What works, what flatters, what makes the eyes across the room go directly to their face and stay there. That knowledge is not a gift. It is a choice, and you just made it. If something in today's video landed for you, if you are already thinking about the earrings on your dresser differently, I would love for you to become part of this community. Crowned in Elegance publishes every single week, and every video is built exactly like this one. Real information, real reasons, for women who know that style at this age is not about limitation. It is about mastery. Hit subscribe if you have not yet. It is the simplest way to make sure these conversations keep finding you. And before you go, leave me a comment. Tell me, which of these 5 mistakes surprised you most? Or tell me which bonus you are taking straight to your mirror tonight. I read every comment personally. This community is one of the warmest, most intentional groups of women I have ever had the joy of talking to, and your answer genuinely shapes what I create next. And if you know a woman, a friend, a sister, someone in your life who deserves to feel as confident and as seen as you do, share this video with her. Some of the best gifts we give each other cost nothing at all. Until next time, keep your head high, choose pieces that love you back, and always, age with elegance.